today we're going to be talking about using mental math to multiply. Okay, so our objective is going to be using compensation to multiply numbers mentally. Okay, so we have compensation, just squiggly line there for multiply. Okay, numbers mentally. Okay, that's a biggie there. Okay, so the main part of this lesson is we're going to be doing mental math rather than showing our work. Okay, of course I'm going to show my work, but what I'm going to be showing is what should be going through your head. Okay, and of course compensation will come up with the lesson, and I'll explain that then. Okay, so first off, we're going to start off, you guessed it, compensation. Okay, what is compensation? Okay, so now I'm going to give you a number here. I'm just going to do 2 times 17. We have a problem that's 2 times 17. Okay, I'm going to make that 2 a little more crisp. That doesn't look good. Give me a second, sorry. 2 times 17. That looks better. Okay. Now, how do we do this mentally, right? Well, that would be with compensation. Okay, now how do we do that? We have 17. Okay, since this is the single digit number, we're going to be compensating the double digit number. Okay, so we have 17. Okay, we're going to round that to the nearest 10. Okay, that rounds to 20. Okay, but how much did we add to get to 20? We added 3. Okay, so keep that in mind. We added 3, and you're always going to write G. You'll figure out what that means. So now we have 20. Now this should be simple. 2 times 20. Okay, and of course, in our previous lesson, you learned that you can just do 2 times 2. Okay, that's 4. Add the 0, that's 40. Okay, but that can't be right. That's an estimate, right? That's not a real answer. That's an estimate. Okay, now this is where this plus 3G comes in. This G stands for groups. Why? Because it's 3 groups of 2 that we added. Okay, so since we added 3 groups of 2 to get there, we have to take away 3 groups of 2. So that should be simple. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so now we have to subtract that from the total. We have 40 minus 6. That would equal 34. Okay, now you see that's how you do compensation. Okay, so let's figure this out. What were the steps we did? Okay, just to make sure you remember, what were the steps we did? Okay, step 1, round. Step 2, make note of how much you added or subtracted. Step 3, make your estimate. Step 4, do the opposite operation for the amount of groups you added or subtracted. Okay, and that means that since we added the amount of groups, that amount would be 3. So since we added 3 groups of 2, okay, we have to do the inverse operation, and for addition, that would be subtraction. Okay, so we had to subtract 2 groups of 3. 2 groups of 3 was 6, so we subtracted 40 minus 6, and we got 34. Okay, so now let's do an example here. Okay, we have Sam ran 30 miles every day for 4 weeks. How many miles did he run in all? Okay, so let's figure that out. He had 3 miles. Okay, so that's important. Let's write that down. We had 3 miles. 3 miles. 3M. Every day for 4 weeks. Right? How many miles did he run on all? Okay? And because it said in all, we know that it is either addition or multiplication. And since we're 3 miles every day for 4 weeks, okay, that 4 weeks shows us that it's multiplication. So now these are clues. We know that we're doing 3 miles, 4 weeks, and multiplication, right? Okay, how many miles did he run in all? But the thing is here it says day, here it said weeks, right? So how many days are in a week? That's 7. So now we have to multiply 7 times 4 to get how many days he ran for. Let's do 7 times 4. Okay? Try and figure that out. Okay, I think you should know by now that it's 28. Okay, so we have, instead of 4 weeks, okay, we're going to write down 28 days. Okay, so now here's our problem. We have our problem now. We have 3 times 28. Okay, so I'm sure you can do this here. Okay, but remember, you can't do that in your head. This is supposed to be mental math. Okay, so how do we do that? Again, we have to use compensation. Okay, so 28 rounds to what? 28 rounds to 30. Okay, and remember, we added 2. Let's remember that. Now let's do that. We have 3 times 30. That equals 90. Okay, because remember, 3 times 3 is 9. You add the 0. You have 90. Okay, and then we have to subtract 2 groups of 3. Okay, so I know that sounds like our last example in compensation. That's just a coincidence. Okay, so we have 2 groups of 3. Since we already did that, we know it's 6. So we have 90 minus 6, we have 84. So now we know that 3 times 28 equals 84. Okay, and you can do all of that I just showed you in your head. Okay, that's why we use compensation. So how many miles did he run in all? 84 miles. That's a lot of miles. Okay, I know I can't run that. Now we have problem time. And yes, so let's figure this out. We have 1. The first question is 7 times 53. Second question is 5 times 92. And the third question is 9 times 38. Okay, so I want you to take a moment and pause the video. Okay? Post your answers, or not your answers, post your score in the comments below. So 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3. Okay? Once you come back to check. So I'm gonna take a second here to let you try and figure this out on your own. Okay, so I'm assuming you've given it a go, and now we're gonna solve it. Okay, so we have 7 times 53. Okay? 7. Okay? Times 53. 53 rounds to 50. Okay? So now we're doing 7 times 50. Okay, and remember, we subtracted 3 this time. So 7 times 50. And now we do this. We have 7 times 5. Okay, that's 35. We add 0. 350. But since we subtracted 3 groups of 7, we have to add 3 groups of 7. So we have 3 times 7. Okay, you should know what this is. It's 21. Okay, 350 plus 21. I have 173. 371. So 7 times 53 equals 371. Okay, let's do that. How much does that equal? Okay, so we have 5 times 92. Okay, 92 would round to 90. Okay, so it looks like we're doing 5 times 90. Okay, and first we have to make note. Okay, it looks like we subtracted 2 groups of 5. Let's do this. We have 5 times 9. That's 45. Add the 0 there. We have 450. Okay, now since we subtracted 2 groups of 5, now we have to add 2 groups of 5. So 2 times 5 equals 10. Okay, now we have to add 10. So 450 plus 10 equals 460. So 5 times 92 equals 460. Okay, so now our last problem for today is 9 times 38. 9 times 38. Okay, so 38, remember, 38 rounds to 40. We added 4 to get there, added 2 to get there. Keep that in mind. So now we're doing 9 times 40. Okay, so 9 times 4. How much does that equal? That would equal 36. Okay, add 0. From there, we have 360. So we have 360. Okay, now we have to add two, since we added 2 groups of 9, we have to subtract 2 groups of 9. So what's 2 times 9? Okay, let's do that right here. 2 times 9, okay, that equals 18. Now we have to add it. We have 360 plus 18. Minus 18, that's my bad. Minus 18 equals what? Okay, so we have to regroup. 5, 10, 2, 4, and 3. So I know I smushed that in the end, but the answer that we got is 342. Okay. Alright folks, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Keep an eye out for the next videos to come.